Hey there gamers, welcome back to the Board Game Co channel, and today we have a preview of Mighty Shot. Hey there gamers, it's Professor Meg here, and welcome back to the Board Game Co channel. Today we have a preview of Mighty Shot. Thank you to This Is a Game for sponsoring this video, and this is a current GameFound campaign, so you can check out the link down below for everything that they have planned. And with that in mind, this is a prototype copy in front of me, so all of the rules, components, and things like that are subject to change. And also note that I only have 2 of the champions in front of me, and there are a whole bunch planned for this campaign. So check out their link to see everything that they have, as well as different versions, whether you want miniatures or standees, and there will also be a playthrough on the channel in the future, so be sure to check that out. But with that, we are going to talk a bit about Mighty Shot, how to play, and a bit about how chaotic this can get. Now, I will note that there is a 4-player mode for this game. However, the game is generally played 1 versus 1, so you can see here that we have Thorvald set up against Gobblypilly, and normally what you would do is you would choose which character you're going to play with. You would have the corresponding board and minions that they come with, and then you would have as well your different mats, which is where you are going to be taking shots at your opponent. So there's a bit of strategy here where you're going to be maneuvering around this board, as well as damage that you'll be doing at the beginning of your turn. But a lot of the damage that you are going to be doing is by placing these into your different ammo areas, and then trying to, let's see if I can do it from an angle. That was difficult. But you guys, I'm doing it from an angle. I should have gone over there. But you will be shooting these into the different targets, and depending on the difficulty of the shot, you will be able to make it or not. So this game will be a mix of dexterity, where you are taking these different shots down the lanes, as well as using your cards that are available to you, your abilities from your minions, your special ability from your character that you have, your champion. And then on top of that, as you start getting to a bit lower health, you'll have a behemoth that comes in to help you as well. Now, the rules are a bit different for the first 2 turns of the game to balance out actions, but then after that, players are going to take turns with access to 3 different actions. Now, 2 of them are the same, which is going to be moving a minion or using one of your champion cards, which can be very, very powerful. And the 3rd one will be activating your champion, where you will be able to move them and then take a signature shot with them. So you're going to be using those 3 different actions, along with what you are able to trigger on the board when you're moving your minions, and what you are able to play from your hand with your champion cards, and you're going to use all of that to hopefully take out a lot of health from your opponent. But once they hit 7 health, they're going to summon a behemoth. You might summon one on your own if your health also gets that low, but hopefully you're strong enough to take them out to victory by bringing them to 0 hit points. Now, looking at the board here, if it was a Gobblypilly's turn, they would have all 3 of their actions flipped up to the colored side available, as well as their 3 ammo tokens, and then they would start with their Arcane Strike. The Arcane Strike is going to be for any minions that they have that are in an area with a specific number showing. So you can see that there is a 2 here, as well as a 2 here, and a 4 up here. So that would be a total of 8, meaning 8 damage would be assessed over to this champion. Now, that may seem like a ton of health, but these minions had to move out to that area to be able to get there, and they're pretty well positioned. Normally, the other champion would be attacking these, making sure that they can't really line up in a way like that, because every time they get hit with an ammo, they just get taken out. But if that were the case here, 8 damage would be assessed over to Thorvald. So over here on the HP tracker, you would give them the necessary amount of damage, and then after that, this player would continue with their turn. So they have these tokens here showing that they are able to either move or play a card from their hand. So they would be able to move their minions around, maybe getting them closer to higher value spots for their Arcane Strike. For example, moving this minion here and then this minion up. All spaces are considered adjacent as long as they're connected with a pathway, which is the way that minions will move. So you could do something like that. However, you also have a hand of cards where you're able to do a lot of strong things. Now, the strongest is going to be your red cards, which are just attacks, and you're going to be able to use this to straight up attack the opponent. So you would be able to play this one to reload 2 ammo first, so you'd be able to reload 2 to have available for you, and then you would be able to take a shot attack. Now, the shot difficulty level of this shooting action is reduced, meaning that even if you had to hit this red center for a difficult shot, it's now a medium shot, meaning that you would have to hit at least the black circle instead. Now, other cards here are Spirit of the Eagle. Select one of your minions from your home field and place them in another zone in your home field. Now, the home field is the one with your champion in it. So, for example, we would be able to swap both of these minions if that was something that we wanted to do. But where it's kind of hard to move them around with the adjacency rules, this may be a time where you would want to completely swap 2 minions. Other cards include ones that you are able to do as a reaction during the opponent's turn, such as dodge. This is when a minion is being aimed at. So for this champion, when one of their minions is being aimed at, they would be able to play this during the opponent's turn, and the shot difficulty of this opponent's shot action changes to difficult and cannot be reduced. So it hopefully can save that minion if the person is a poor shot, but there is still a possibility of them being able to take out your minion. Now, the final type of card is move. Now, some of the movement cards will have other abilities on them. They'll let you do a bit more, but a lot of them will also allow you to just basic move around in the different boards. Now, just to note where the two boards meet, this is a central area that belongs to both players. Now, players are able to occupy the central area, and it is the strongest area for the Arcane Strikes. However, you are not able to enter into enemy minion territory with your minions. So this is as far as they would be able to go. However, this character's minions would also be able to come up to this area as well. Now, when this happens, when minions occupy certain areas at the end of their turn, they're able to activate the symbol that is on that area. So for example, this one here is a move, or you could activate the red ability for their minions. Now, the red is their elite minion, and looking over here, it's Quetzal's Eye. The difficulty level of all shooting actions you perform is reduced. So that's something that you could automatically do, because moving out of this spot may not be the best thing that you could do. But down here in a different type of area, you are also able to shield. Now, shields are going to provide an additional difficulty level. So for example, here where he is in the black area, that would be a medium shot. It is now a difficult shot, and you would have to hit into the red area to be able to take out this minion. Now, you can see by the different areas where they're standing, that's how you can clearly see how hard or easy the shot is. These red ones out here are very difficult, whereas when you're right here in the very center, it's pretty easy to shoot the different minions. But as you can see, the different cards and abilities can also augment your different the difficulty to take out the minions, so keep that in mind. Now, something that is huge is that all of your minions have a movement ability, but they also have an ability that when they are removed from the board and when they die, your champion takes damage. So for example, if Gobblypilly was able to take out one of these minions as well from Thorvald, this one here is going to be their elite, and that means that they would lose 2 health. However, if they were only able to take out this one, their common one, then they would only lose 1 health instead. Now, your final action is moving your champion and using your signature move. Your signature move is going to be able to activate when you are vertical with an opponent, so you can see that there are these 3 different lanes, and when you are in a lane with the minion that you are attacking, you are able to use that special ability. So for example, here we have Ocelotl's Charge, and you are able to use an additional token, which is this, and shoot it at the opponent. Now, once you do that, you are able to do an additional damage if you are successful. Thorvald is also different, where he is someone that likes to place a lot of tokens out. You can see that he has some defense shields out. So all of the champions are going to feel extremely different, both with the minions they have, the signature actions, the special decks. Literally everything that they have is going to be different, even down to the boards and the different abilities that are available when you place your minions. Now, something that we didn't talk about is the behemoths. So there are different behemoths, and you will draw one from the behemoth deck when you hit 7 health. So as soon as you hit 7 health, you get to have one in play, and they're pulled to the center of the board. So you'll start them here in the center, and if the center is completely full with minions, you actually get to stomp on one, kill that minion, and take that spot. Now, your behemoths are actually able to travel into the opponent's territory. They're moving around trying to stomp on the different minions, but you'll be rolling a die every turn for their actions. So when you do roll, there are different sides. This would be doing a damage. There's also them sleeping. So when they sleep, nothing happens, and it's very passive. Otherwise, they would move. So those are the different things that your behemoth will do, and they will be a way for you to hopefully come back and take out your opponent if you're the one hitting 7 health first. But honestly, once 2 behemoths come out, it is anyone's game. Now, the minions in the game are going to feel very easy come, easy go. They're how your opponents are taking away your health, so they're going to be attacking them as much as possible, but you're really going to need them and start enjoying using their abilities, so you're going to be trying to get them out as much as possible. Overall, the game feels very chaotic, but in a good way, where you are making decisions based on what happened every turn, and you're really able to pivot by drawing your different champion cards and making decisions around what you want to do and what you might want to prevent next turn as a surprise. Now, if you'd like to see exactly how this game plays, you can check out a gameplay in the future on the channel, and you can check out the game found link down below to see everything that they currently have planned for the campaign. I've been Professor Meg. Thank you all for watching the Board Game Co channel. I will see you all next time, and have a good one. Bye!